Today, I want to just dig in a little bit deeper. In particular to that middle word we saw a moment ago, to being overscheduled. I want to dig just a little bit deeper into our schedules and into the way that we use our time. I want to talk about our time because I'm not sure there's anything more relevant that moves us against the pain thresholds and moves us up against our limits than the way that we manage our schedule, the way that we use our time. Wise people place limits on their time and what they give their time to because they realize their time is limited. And they know what you know. They know what Moses knew and what Moses was trying to, all these years later, he's still trying to shake us by the shoulders through this writing and shake us up a little bit and trying to remind us of what's most important. And that is that you could get to the end of your days. You could get to the end of your days and have wasted it. You could get to the end of your days and have lived here your entire life, right on this pain line, crossing it with stress and burnout, and get to the end of your days and realize at that point, just too late, man, how foolish it was. And some of you are like, yeah, well, I know, but I gotta cram more stuff in. I've gotta do more stuff. I've gotta cram more stuff because if I don't, I'm gonna fall behind. And what I would just say is, I know the objections. And I know it feels like you're going to fall behind at work or, the people that are advancing in your company or fall behind, maybe with your classmates or whatever it might be. I don't know. But you're looking at someone, you're sitting there going, I'm going to fall behind if I don't add to, if I don't keep going, if I don't keep burning the candle at both ends, if I don't keep doing this, I'm going to fall behind. All I would just say is this, if that's you, that's fine. But it's worth asking every now and then, is it okay to fall behind? Because you're going to pay a price not to. So just decide what kind of life you want. How about this one? I hear this one all the time. I know it's crazy. I know our schedule's crazy, and I know we're cramming more in and all that kind of stuff, but I don't want my kids to fall behind. To which I would just say, fall behind who? Why would you hand over your ability to live with margin to somebody else, to some other family, to some other standard, to try to keep up? Why would you hand that over to someone else? The one thing I can promise you, and if I can just speak, I'll give voice to the people who are closest to you right now. But the people who are closest to you in your life, your spouse, your children, your parents, your friends, your roommates, your teammates at school, wherever. The people who are closest to you do not need you most in life to be really successful. That's not what they need most from you. They don't need you to be really successful. They don't need you to be really accomplished. They don't need you to be really efficient. What the people closest to you need more than anything from you is for you to be fully present with them. More than anything else. They need you to be fully present. And listen, guys, I want you to be successful. I really do. I want you to be at the top of your game. I want you to accomplish everything that your heart desires. I want you to go out and I want you to live a kind of life where you are efficient and you are successful and you accomplish the things you set out to do. I just don't want you to do that at the expense of margin. Because your soul will die. And that's just a foolish way to live. So in light of that, I just want to end by giving you 3 permissions and 3 questions to think about, and then we're done. In light of this, but because you realize that your time is limited, I want to give you three permissions. And some of you need these permissions. This is going to feel like freedom for you because you know it, but you just don't do anything with it. So this, because you understand your time is limited, here's the first one. You have permission to say no. You have permission to say no. Let's change this. You have permission to scream and yell no at times. Second permission, I just want to give you real quick. You have permission to give things away. Some of you need this permission because you're the perfectionist. You're the one who says, I can't give this away. I can't let my kids clean my house. It'll be messier than when they started. I can't let my kids mow the grass because the lines have to be absolutely perfect. I don't know. I'm that guy. Some of you, you're that guy too. So I understand this, but listen, this kills us when it comes to margin because we believe that we have to do everything. And some of you need this permission. You need permission to give things away. Give stuff away. Here's the third permission I just want to give you. You have permission to do less of the things that matter the least. You have permission to do less of the things that matter the least. Now, this is a little bit different than the first one. The first one was you say no to things. This one is you may not need to say no to some things on your calendar in your life. You just need to do less of it. These are not bad things. These are things like hobbies, or these are things like entertainment, right? There's nothing wrong with them, but somewhere along the line, if you take a look and take inventory of your schedule, they've just gone unchecked, and they're eating up a ton of margin now. These three questions, I just want you to think about them, to answer them, to talk about them. What do I need to cut out? When you look at your schedule, when you look at your calendar, when you look at your life, is there anything you need to cut out? What do I need to give away? And what do I need to do less of? Kind of simple. What do I need to cut out? What do I need to give away? And what do I need to do less of?